Hello everyone, good morning. Today we'll be starting or resuming our second part of online classes. We'll be dealing with the second chapter, that is motion, and here I'll be just explaining you the very first topic of second chapter, that is scalar and vector quantities. So before understanding the concept of scalar and vector quantities, we need to learn the very first concept of physical quantity that we have already discussed in our first chapter. So here we can have a quick revision of that particular term. So what is physical quantity? Here the definition is already written. Quantities that can be measured are known as physical quantities. Some of the examples are also given: mass, length, time, temperature, density, force, and many more. Okay. One general formula is related to physical quantity. That general formula we can have as physical quantity is equals to magnitude into unit. Now, what is magnitude? What is unit? Magnitude means the numerical value of that particular physical quantity, and unit is the value in which that particular physical quantity is expressed. Now, by using that general formula, physical quantity is equals to magnitude into unit, let us have physical quantity as length. Its numerical value is 50 and its unit, we know the unit of length is meter, kilometer, centimeter. Therefore, we can have length is equals to 50 meter or kilometer or centimeter. By this formula only we have many quantity or many value of the physical quantity. For example, if I talk about mass, if I say mass of any substance is 50 kg, here 50 is magnitude and kg is unit. Length we have already discussed. Time 5 hour, 5 is magnitude, hour is unit. Temperature 30 degrees Celsius, 30 is magnitude, degree Celsius is unit. Density 5 kilogram per meter cube, 5 is magnitude, kilogram per meter cube is unit. Force 60 Newton, 60 is magnitude, Newton is unit. So here we can use this general formula to have any of the physical quantity. This physical quantity is divided into two. One is scalar and the other one is vector. Now let us discuss about scalar quantities. So basically, what are scalar quantities? Any quantities can be known as scalar quantities if it deal only with two concepts. One is magnitude and the other one is unit. Okay, so if I say, for example, if I say mass of any substance is 50 kilogram, what does it mean? Mass of any substance is 50 kilogram, where 50 is the magnitude or the numerical value and kg is the unit. So basically, when we are dealing with magnitude and unit only, thus mass is regarded as a scalar quantity. Okay, so what is the exception here? Scalar quantity never deals with direction. If I say what is the mass of a particular body in east direction, what is the mass of the body in west direction, though we change the direction but the mass of the body remains constant, that means it is a scalar quantity. It don't have any effect with the change in the direction. There are many examples of scalar quantity. Distance, if I say I travel 5 meter, okay, so 5 meter, it is clear that I just covered a distance of 5 meter. It is clear. Mass, I have already explained. Temperature 5 degrees Celsius, need not to deal with direction. ऐसा नहीं बोलना है 5 degrees Celsius in east, 5 degrees Celsius in west. It is not making sense if we are linking it with the direction. Therefore, it is scalar quantity. Density, entropy, etc. So these are the examples of scalar quantity. So what is a scalar quantity? Any quantity which deal only with magnitude and unit. It don't deal with any direction. That is known as a scalar quantity. Now we will be discussing about vector quantities. Since we have already discussed scalar, that is any physical quantity, if it deal with magnitude and unit, then it is known as scalar quantity. Now what is vector quantity? Any physical quantity that deal with magnitude, unit and direction gives you the vector quantity. For example, if a point is here at the mid position, this is its east, west, north and south, and if I say that I have displaced this particle to a distance of 5 meter, Okay, so it is not making any sense. That is, though I have displaced the particle, but in which direction I have displaced it? And if I say I have displaced a particle to a distance of 5 meter towards east direction, then it is clear from the example that yes, it is making a sense. हमने पार्टिकल को 5 मीटर तक हटाया है, लेकिन किस डायरेक्शन में हटाया है ये नहीं पता, कहाँ हटाया है ये नहीं पता. सो इफ आई से आई हैव डिस्प्लेसेस टू अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 5 मीटर टुवर्ड्स द ईस्ट, देन इट इज क्लियर. सो ओके, एनी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी इफ इट इज रिलेटेड विथ मैग्नीट्यूड, yes, magnitude is there, 5 is magnitude, unit is there, meter is, as well as direction is there. So any such physical quantity, if it is dealing with magnitude, unit and direction, then it is known as vector quantity. So we can say scalar quantity. If scalar quantity gets its direction, then it becomes vector quantity. And if it is not getting its direction, it is simply a scalar quantity. And when it is getting its direction, it is a vector quantity. Displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, etc. are some of the example of vector quantity. So here at the right of the board, I have just explained you with the two examples the expression of scalar and vector quantity. If I am dealing with scalar quantity, I said mass is scalar, length is a scalar. Simply we write it with a small letter. This is the expression for scalar quantity. But on the other hand, if I deal with the expression of vector quantity, since we know that vector quantity deal with the direction, therefore if I say I have taken one of the vector quantity as velocity, so the expression of velocity can be small letter v plus this arrow. Arrow indicates the direction. Therefore, this was all about scalar and vector quantity.